If you're thinking about going through a divorce, you may want to watch this video. If you are going through a divorce, you want to watch this video. If you have a custody battle coming where you're going through, you may want to see what I'm about to tell you guys. Real stories from real people just like you. Hello everyone, my name is Marcelo Prado. I am a mediator and I deal with family disputes, divorce, custodies, and other family disputes. I'm also deal with some other types of disputes, and also I do some assistance to attorneys. Whatever I'm giving you guys here, it's for information purpose, should not be constituted as legal advice from an attorney. I strongly recommend that you seek legal advice from an attorney if you're looking to get where you need help for your cases. So I was married, and during my marriage, I helped my former wife to find an attorney where she wanted to sue her mom because she didn't get some of the money for her inheritance from her mother. Then one day she started a conversation with me, and she was kind of worried about her mom. Then she mentioned something about a van, and she said, "Well, when my grandmother was alive, and she got into a fight with my mom, my grandmother called the FBI on my mom and said there would be a van coming in to pick her up, and her body parts would be harvested, and it would be, not harvested, she said it would be sold in Mexico." Then I was just thought that, whoa, this is a very crazy conversation, and I was like, well, how old was your grandmother? Then I analyzed it and I say, well, I know her mother. She may had a connection like that because she had a liver cancer in her liver, and maybe she needed to buy a liver or something, so she got a connection like that. So maybe it's true somehow. But I just thought that was a really big crazy story. I mean, come on, So I just move on. And when I was going through my divorce, before she hired a lawyer that went crazy on me, I've been going through a mess for a long time, but I was visited by 3 guys who were trying to pick me up. One of the guys were on the corner of my door. Another guy was at the beginning of my driveway. The other guy was the hand on the steering wheel, and they were very tense. And it was I was very lucky. I was able to escape from that situation. I reported to the police, and I just prayed to God that van was going to be captured. I did everything to get that van to be recovered by law enforcement. One van, just like the one I saw, was recovered. And I'm going to play the video right now, and you'll be able to see it, how scary this thing is. It has isolation, it has scratches inside, probably people trying to get out. You screaming inside, you can hear from outside, has a fake window on the back. This is crazy. I'll show it to you, and then we'll come back in here, and I will go through some other stories.
The normal. But I'm just going to kick it back over. You ain't gonna be able to.
What is this though?
What?
Right here.
That's the power, everything. That power, all this shit in here. Extra air, all that.
That's air?
It's like this, like all this.
I didn't even see that.
I don't even know what all this is. It should look like a bomb or some shit. This is, I don't know, this right here.
Y'all think it's a joke.
That's like the door. I think this unlocked the door. I want to close y'all in here and see.
No, don't close me in here.
Yeah, let me.
I'm going to open it.
I just want to see, knock on it so we can see. Can you hear?
I will.
Climb out, Alicia. Let her do it.
She ain't scared, honey. Close the door. She from Texas with the chainsaw man. Knock. Hold on. Knock.
Say something. Scream. Open the door, tell her scream.
You can't hear her knocking.
You can hear it a little bit, but barely.
She said scream.
Closing and scream. Do it again. Oh, hell no. You can't even hear it.
Y'all screaming
Hell
loud?
no. You can't even hear that shit.
That's crazy.
Look, listen to this.
Underneath the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath her.
Look at that
body.
shit. That shit.
Yeah, they had something underneath her. You can.
It looks soft.
Cause they don't weld it together.
That's the insulation, Alicia. It's insulated. You can't even hear. That's crazy. This some fucked up shit. Whole fucking power box. And then this connect to the outside. That's how this thing get power right here, y'all. This.
My hand fit on these. Somebody probably still got your with them.
What is all this shit running down?
Like they don't.
Like they like they tried to clean it.
Cause they don't tell them what they don't roll. The only thing you can see visible is that help
Yeah, and them little scratches.
and
That's
these little
it.
hand marks.
Look on the roof. Look at all them scratches up there. Look. I don't even know what that say. That shit look like blood and everything.
No, don't say that word.
It do.
Well, guys, you saw the van, right? Thank God now I can actually show you something that I was telling my friends, I was telling everybody when that happened to me. But people were thinking, oh, I don't know, man, because, usually people go cuckoo when they starting to get divorced. So they didn't really believe on that. So you could see it. It's real. And if you don't believe in human trafficking and all of those things, I have a story I can share with you. I'll probably even put a link or something. Or I'll share in another video. I don't want to make this video a long video. And you'll be able to see that. Now, I forgot to tell you something very important. Once we were living together, and I proposed and I talked to her about getting divorced, and then we worked out a settlement. And there was a settlement, in fact, and we were living together. Then she got into a fight with me, and she wanted to, she tried to do like some fake domestic violence. And I said, well, we need to enter some kind of other agreement. We can't be together, because the agreement was we're going to be together for 2 years. So then, from there, I started to feel sick. Right? I started to feel sick. I'm talking about when I was married, not when she already moved out of the house and those guys came in, okay? So just to clarify that. So I started to feel sick. Sick. I mean, a person that is being healthy, that doesn't have any, that feel pain on the side. I was thinking, I was like, what is going on with me? So I went to the doctor. Then I found a very specialist for liver, and then this person, I went out overseas. And I spent 30 days overseas. And this specialist, one of the top hospital in Brazil, and I saw this doctor there, and she said, look, I did not find anything wrong with your liver. Did you eat anything, or you were exposed to something? And I say, no. Now, on my 22 days of my trip, I started to feel better, okay? I didn't have those symptoms anymore. I was scratching myself, I was, with pain on the side, and I came back home and I was happy, I was starting to feel better. And then I started to feel worse again. Then I figured, well, whatever is happening to me is in this house, and I approach, which is my former wife now, I approach her at that time and I say, whatever is happening to me, it's in this house. She put her head down and she walked away. I found it strange. But then at the same time, what do you have? What do you do to accuse someone? then going through my experiences with families, I heard a story of people claiming that the other side was trying to poison them. And then I talked to some other people and I heard people being poisoned. So there is a possibility that you're being poisoned. So if you're playing around and thinking that those things only happens in the movies, you were wrong. You were wrong. So moving along from that, litigation, terrible filings of false things that I committed fraud and this and that, were able to get me. And then she found a very good path to attack someone. You use the government. The government, once you get them, because the government is there to prosecute people, and if you give them a very minimal things, they can come after you and make your life a nightmare. So for me, my life has been a nightmare for the past 7 years. Being accused of fraud, have my license suspended, had to file an appeal and then revert that. Then being accused of domestic violence, and being accused of child neglect, putting the child in danger, kidnapping the child, and drug, alcohol, that I don't do any of those. And what else? Oh, the latest one, sexual molestation, and then now city code, city enforcement. The city calls the city, oh, the guy has some illegal things there. And, and it goes on and on with the list. I hear people that get, IRS after them. So you one day my uncle, when I was still married, he mentioned to me, he said, your worst enemy is your spouse. So you remember that. And it could be, okay? When you're married to someone, in that circumstances, you will feel. Now, if you think that is the worst is for a mother or for a father is when you have a child between the individuals that are fighting, okay? And there's legalities involved, and there's, dirty tricks that are being played. And sometimes even lawyers are telling for them to do things that they shouldn't be telling the clients to do anyways. And it goes on and on and on. And you believe that you're probably going to go in and you're going to jump in a court and it's going to be like Judge Judy, that you jump in and you tell the judge, hey, look, she's doing this to the child and he's doing this to the child or whatever. And the judge is going to look at it and say, okay, let me look in here. I feel that this one is telling me the truth and that one is not, and this is what I make. No. The legal proceeding, it is, read the Bible back and forth, and you will probably be easier for you to learn backwards the Bible and back and forth than you will when it talks about you dealing with the procedures that is involved in the family. The system is not set up for you to walk in and just mention what your problems are and they find you a solution. So I have seen individuals going into mediation, and that's one that I have a passion of what I do. Because when I see those people going in the same path that I was, or that I am, I wanted to save them. I wanted to show it to them that things can get ugly. My little girl, she was exposed to law enforcement. Not that there's anything bad, but she was exposed in a way that the mother called the law enforcement on her, and saying that she was doing, whatever, and they came in and she was scared. And then from there, she was exposed, that she was interrogated to find out, they had to find out if she was being molested, if it was true, if the allegation was true, in order to protect her. And then, the DCF, the department, and then she interrogation there. And then she interrogation again because there was a medical neglect accusation. So, and then she's in the middle of it. And then the mother trying to set up a child alienation. What if she was doing? She was really, really, really getting the child's nerves, so the child was starting to flip it. And the child would even call me on the phone to show me what she was doing. And I hear it, and I told her, and I said, you stop with this. I have the audio, and I, guys, it's a mess. And you're in the middle, and you got this child in the middle of it, and that your child is going to leave, is going to go with this person. You don't know next what's going to happen. Another thing too, corruption. Okay, doctors, professionals, other professionals that may corrupt themselves in order to assist their clients, the people that are hiring them, the people that pay them for their services. And that is the other ugly side of it. You know, you might get a call and say, oh, your child needs an ABA therapist or something. And then you'll find out later that the ABA therapist is going really negative about you and you being a good mom or a good father. And you're like, what the hell? And they're gonna use that, and that's what they want to use that against you. And other people, I don't want to be mentioned, that everybody is bad. There's some people that are honest, but in the system, there's a lot of things that happen. It's all for the greedy, for the money. My best advice to you, you always be on the lookout, you always be on attention and paying attention. Look for help. Expose the people, and that's what I'm doing this video. It's trying to expose those things that happen. Other people have awareness. And guys, if you can avoid a fight in your family, go into mediation. Not because I'm a mediator, okay? Not because of that. It's because the families are not designed to be involved in lawsuit. Lawsuit and families don't go together, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're wealthy or you're not wealthy. You don't want or oh yes, I'm going to hire the best lawyer in town. Guess what? Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they had the money to hire the best lawyer in town. Did they do that? No, they were in control of the situation. They had mediations. They had lawyers involved that they were in control. They knew how the system operates, and they did what they did in a very peaceful way. Easier because their kids were probably older, so they were more easier to do sometimes when it's that. But even if you have, minor children, they're small, you gotta take, as much as approach as you can to avoid the conflict to escalate, okay? And be careful because the people that are involved in this business, they can do very harmful things to you. I hope this video helped you. Here's my information, or you can leave a comment here in the video. The purpose of this channel is to provide information. I'm going to try to put as much as information as I can on the channel. And please support the channel. Subscribe, put your like in. That's what it keeps our going. Thank you very much. Have a great day.